I'm live right now. It's 3:26 a.m. I'm just vibing. If you guys would like to jump straight to the messages, um, you might want to fast forward a little bit. I'm gonna just kind of like tap back in real quick. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm really just continuing the last live that I did with channel messages. So yeah, just give me a second. I realized that the last recording, um, it was like staticky or in and out, and I think that was more spiritual because it's very quiet in here. There's no reason for it to do that, but I've noticed in the past when I go live, my readings would like skip and stuff like that when they get super intense. So I feel like it's like the energy. Um, but I do want to mention if you would like a personal reading, um, DM me on Instagram. My information is in the description box. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I do them through voice recordings and Cash App, okay? Also, if you'd like to donate, tip, or whatever, my Cash App is also in the description box. Um, but I appreciate all like interactions here on the channel. A thumbs up, subscribe, like, well, yeah, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all of that. And thank you, Most High. Please help me to tap back in. Thank you so much. So, I was on the channel message that you are like spirit is proud that you have finally reached this state of flow within yourself and everything around you. Like you're not judging your reality, like you're not attached to anything. Everything is just happening. You're allowing everything to happen. You're allowing yourself to feel how you feel. You are not resisting your reality. So everything is flowing. And with you flowing like this, it's opened your heart up so much to where you're able to just like spread this authenticity. And this authenticity is pure love for the universe. Like I'm seeing like fertilizer being like fertilizing the plants. So it's funny because the next channel messages, there's a river of endless beauty flowing within and pouring out of you into the soil. And then I was talking about fertilizer, but I was getting that the fertilizer is like damn, it just left my brain. What was I saying? Um like you know how there are different brands of fertilizers or like different mix-ups or whatever. Like as long as it's good for the plants, that's all that matters, right? And so I'm getting that there's something like you're fertilizing the earth. Like you might do things differently. The way that you speak, walk, talk, excuse me, it's something you're like you just express yourself very different depending on, even like it doesn't matter what field you're in. If you're an artist, if you are like super professional and whatever, like you move different, you stand out, okay? And however you stand out, um, it really does heal people. Like it's healing to the people around you. And also like with this beauty, this endless beauty, I'm getting because you're so authentic and like you're just coming from a pure space. You're not controlling something or trying to be somebody or just trying to do something that's not happening. Um, it's something here like you've become immortal because of that. Like if you start acting as something that you're not, then you set yourself up to eventually have to come out and show your true self, right? So I'm getting with you being your true self and you just being authentic like a human, um, it's allowed you to be immortal. So people will actually be able to witness you evolve and grow because you haven't, like, you don't have an ego anymore. Like, you had an ego death. You're not attached to how people see you and how you're being viewed. You allow people to see you grow and transform. And so you actually are transforming the world as you heal yourself. Okay. So, yes, the next message is something is evolving quickly. Okay. The flow state helps the speed of things, and resistance can slow things down. Okay. So, I'm getting that that's like literally and figuratively. Um, there's a lot happening behind the scenes that you may be unaware of. Okay. And you may be feeling all these different emotions, but also getting a lot of downloads. And I'm getting, you may not have time. Some of you may not have been making the time to really connect the dots and understand what's from spirit and what's from, like, just like this world. What are you picking up on that's not true and what's really true, basically. And so I'm getting that that's what has caused that duplicate mindset. Like, it's one and the same, but it's different ways that you can express something here. Like, you can know something for a fact, but feel two different ways about it. And then, like, however you choose to express it can determine your whole path, your whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. So a lot of you just come out of a phase where you were stuck in that duality. Like, you were stuck viewing things as like you had to make a decision all the time. Like, it's either this or that. And it was really like a lot of pressure. Like, your life was so serious. Okay. But I'm getting that now you realize that it doesn't matter what decision you make, you still are you. But at the same time, it's giving you more power. It's not saying that you're like letting go and not making a decision, but with you not making a decision, that's making a decision, if that makes sense. Like, it's allowing the universe to do something for you instead of you being so hands-on. Okay. Um, so something here is speeding up in your life. Like, um, I feel like things have been very stagnant for a long time, but now that, like, you've lit up in some kind of way, things is, things are just able to flow how they're supposed to. And so now it's gonna seem really fast for you because you're not used to all these good things happening. Okay. I'm getting you're very attractive during this time. I see 333 on the clock. Okay, I've been seeing it for a while, but I kind of like was seeing through it. I kind of like while I was looking at it, I was still channeling, so I didn't really realize I was looking at it. So for some of you, that's what I'm getting. Like, a lot of you may be distracted by something that's right in your face. I mean, you're distracted from something. Like, you have blessings right in your face, but you may be looking at, you may be looking for them outside of you or in a different area. Okay. But I'm getting that, like, a lot of this, a lot of your blessings are going to come from gratitude and appreciation for the moment. Like, instead of chasing the next big thing or looking for something that was in the past or just like trying to fix something, it's about appreciating things how they are, seeing the imperfections, and like just seeing it as a blessing, because everything is a blessing. Okay. Um, so that's what I was really getting. The the other channel message, like, I was hearing Isis. And I forgot that, like, Isis is an Egyptian goddess. Okay, so when I looked her up, she's a goddess of magic, motherhood, fertility, and healing. She's the wife and sister of Osiris, and she's the mother of Horus. Okay, so a very powerful deity here. And it reminded me of Mary and Jesus, like, because Horus and Isis type shit, like, it's giving me those vibes. And so another channel message I got is kind of weird, but I was hearing, hold on, let me try to remember it because I remember like parts of it. I was hearing, okay, because I was like, why is she the mother and wife? I mean, the wife and sister of Osiris, right? And so this showed me like something like during certain like ancient times where they did those type of things, like they married their sisters, their siblings and stuff like that. And I'm getting that right there um is what caused the the lineage to be so close or like royal or dominant, because they really had kinship. Hold on, what am I trying to say? Like right now, today's relationships, right? Um, like you get into certain type of disagreements, so where you fear that that person will leave you or betray you in a huge way. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really. It's different. Like they're not really family. This is somebody that you love or like, so you're trying to get them to be in your life type shit, right? But back then, this was your family. So if you married your sister or your brother, it's automatically like I got your back and I'm not gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It was like more interlocked, intertwined. I don't know why I got that message, but I was getting that like this is how siblings should be. It's not about like anything romantic or sexual or nothing like that, okay? But I'm getting it's about like the marriage mindset, because I mean everything was more spiritual back then. Everything now is more lustful. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird now. Like it's more physical. But back then it's like we know that we're not the body. And so I know this is weird. Like I'm tapping into some shit, but we know we're not the body. So we're all doing this for a higher purpose. And what's more important is that like we protect something needed to be protected. Okay. The actual like royalty of something. But like when you spread things to outside energies, like outside the family and stuff, people misunderstand. Okay, I'm getting something like that. It ain't even gotta be family, like blood family, but just like it's kind of like telling your business and knowing that other people are not gonna keep your secrets. You know, like just letting it out. Like I don't know. So it's something here. What am I getting? Like siblings are supposed to be really like tight knit, close to the point where like their families are families are supposed to be tight knit. Families are supposed to be able to share much more with each other than they do nowadays. But instead, we'll rather tell like our best friends and people that like are outside of the family. But our families are the ones who would really feel us if they themselves didn't listen to outside energies as well. So like if the family's all focused on themselves, the same way like if you focus on yourself, you will evolve and grow. If families focus more on themselves and how they interact with each other, then they can grow when it comes to the outside world as well. But I'm getting that things are so dysfunctional. I don't know why like I tapped into that, but that's divine. I'm not gonna question God. That's like that was okay, yeah, like Isis. Okay, that's what I was getting. Isis. She's a healer and protector. And I was getting that sister energy like I know how I am about my siblings, right? Like I do not play. Like one thing about me, I don't do violence and stuff like that, but I was the type that if you mess with one of my siblings, I will meet you. Like I don't have no problem. Like you don't have to hit me first type shit. I will hit you first. If you have if something is going on with my sibling. That's how I rolled growing up. Nobody had to tell me that. It's just how I am. And so it's giving this vibe. I'm speaking to somebody who is like that, like a healer, protector, who is just righteous, likes to see things like get done the right way, justice. Um, dang, my bad, y'all. Keep forgetting this can slide. Okay, so I guess like that may resonate with somebody here. Isis, something with Isis and Osiris, Horus, um, and then I put like in parentheses Mary and Jesus. Okay, because that. It was just giving me those vibes. Um, but when I was reading about her, it was just so, it was a very strong, dominant, feminine presence, like a woman who knows what she wants, and she's the protector, she's the healer. So like, this is something that I feel like I feel like women don't get much credit for, because like women do protect in another way. They may not like block somebody from getting punched or nothing like that, but they'll block you in another way, keep you from being in the whole situation to begin with, you know. And I'm speaking on this for a reason. I don't know why, like it's not clicking logically, but this is for somebody like, you know, it's something about the feminine presence in your life. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but however this is resonating with you, however you are viewing the message, you know, like I feel like something is misunderstood, okay? Somebody's misunderstood because intuition, nurturing, all of that, those qualities that, not trying to limit, you know, the woman or anything, but I'm saying the qualities of a woman is really like that energy of, it's like a, it's so much. I can't even explain the visuals I'm getting. Like, even, okay, even physically, a woman carries a baby in her womb, right? Um, has the ability to. And so in that, in a way, she has like a world in her hands, you know, like a whole life in her hands. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole somebody's world right there that she's taking care of or like protecting until it's out. And then when it comes out, even like that mothering energy is so nurturing that it teaches the child to protect itself or how to relate to the world around it. You know what I'm saying? So what am I trying to say? Like, how you're being guided by the feminine energy does determine, um, it's like a blueprint or something, is what I'm hearing. A blueprint. So your mother, like they set the blueprint because they were the ones, or the mothering energy, it doesn't have to even be a woman, but they were the one who, um, she was the one who told you right from wrong, um, showed you what you should accept as like a human, like what self respect is, what self care is, all that stuff. Okay, um, and I'm just speaking on a woman. I'm not like discrediting the man. I feel like the man definitely has a huge part to play, especially on this physical realm when it comes to like being an example. But when I'm tapping into the woman, I I feel the need to say something about like how protective women really are, but they are not seen for that. They may be seen as like evil during those times because, or like not even evil. Um, they could be seen as something that's like, you know, emotional and just like making nonsense. But it's really like intuition, like telling you that something's off. You can end up in a situation, da da da. But it may not be right away. Sometimes like women's intuition is different. Everybody's different. Sometimes you could feel something and you know that, like for example, if you get a job, you take this job and there's a woman in your life close to you that says, I don't know about that. Like they might say something, and originally um the job could look like a very good opportunity, right? So then there's other people out there that's like, no, this is good. Like that person is tripping. You should take the opportunity. There's different feel. There's different. What am I trying to say? I'm getting like wavelengths or something. Like um, some people can hear from a distance or see at a distance, and some people have to see things up close or hear things up close. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting that it's like that spiritually too. Like some people can sense stuff happening way before it happens. And some people know that some people just only they have to see things building up to that point to before they can say or predict something, you know. But some people just know. And why am I saying that? I have no clue. Maybe some of you need to hear about intuition because it's not about women, it's feminine energy. It's because men can tap into this side too, you know. Yeah. Whew. Okay. But I was saying that that's protection. Like you can protect yourself with that, like, or excuse me, somebody is trying to protect you. Let me see. What is this energy? It says speed, precision, opportunity. Okay. Um, my battery is low and I don't have a low outlet like close right here, so I have to wrap it up. But I feel like you guys have an opportunity at hand here that you may want to take advantage of very quickly. Excuse me. Um, you may be questioning if that's fear speaking to you or whatever, but I'm getting that it's not. This is something that literally, like, sometimes it's just this is the time to act. It's sometimes you have to hustle. Sometimes you have to really like get in there. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It doesn't mean that something's wrong because you actually have to do something about something. Is what I'm getting. So that's for somebody. Okay. Um, there's something with feminine energies. This says shape shifting cats, mystery disguise, hidden nature. That's a deep ass card. I feel like this has a lot to do with the message. If you go look at the live that I recently just did, like right before this video, you will see that I was speaking on duality and being like pretty much a canvas, like your body is just a canvas, a blank canvas. So like you might see yourself in a whole nother light and you might feel like that's unreachable. For some of you, you might feel like something is untouchable, like you can't do something. You might feel trapped in your own life right now, but you also see the potential. Okay. Um, like I'm literally getting something like I don't know what the fuck is trying to come through. That's like hold on. So it's two other cards came out. This says Mountain Crones, um, Humility, Hidden Power, Conservation of Strength. Okay. So it's starting to come in. It's the time is now for you to act and to step into who you really are meant to be, like your pure self is what I'm getting. Like starting to you're starting to flow. You reach a state of flow. Okay. That's funny because I have a cat named Flo. But he doesn't stay with us anymore, but that's so funny. We call him Sunflow. And well, that's what I named him. We call him Flo. Excuse me. So I think that's really symbolic, y'all, because Ra, hold on, is that the sun? No. Horus and Ra. Those are like opposites, ain't it? Like, hold on. One is the left, one is the right, I think. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, so we got the Eye of Horus and then the sun god Ra. Hmm. The sun flow. It's something about balance, guys. Balance. Cause I'm sort of getting, I don't really know the story, but I'm getting this vibe that like the other side of Horus is Ra. It's like an alter ego or something like that. Like a or or maybe like I'm getting an alter ego with you guys, like you have an other side to yourself that's gonna come out. It's a hidden power, um, something within you that's always been there, but you've been afraid to just speak your truth, speak your mind because of your ego, your identity. You don't want people to um, judge you, or you don't want people to feel judged by you. So you don't want to speak on certain things and hurt people's feelings or something like that is what I'm getting. But this is all part of your identity. Like, it's not saying that you're going to hurt anybody's feelings, but you can't control that, is what I'm getting. So a big thing here is flowing and not judging everything, not trying to control everything, but just flowing and doing what the creator is guiding you to do. The last card we have is persistence, diligence, and focus. Okay, this called red bean washers. I'm getting that right now you may be really used to like hiding or just being in a certain image or being seen in a certain light. You're being guided to come out of your shell and just like let your light shine with the sun, Ra. Okay, I don't know why that keep coming up, but even like Horus, um, I'm getting that. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm getting this vibe that you had to protect yourself, so you didn't want to be seen because you didn't want something to be ruined. It's like, yeah. Not only that, that's also symbolic of what I was just speaking on not too long ago about what did I just say? Um, I'm picking up on something like not sharing. Yeah, don't share good news with everybody. I don't know what this reading is so random right now. Well, it might not be random to you guys, but for me, it feels random. Okay, don't share all good news with everybody. Sometimes, like you might have to protect something here. And then we have fear, courage, strength, ogres, demons. Ogres or demons. Oof. Okay, yeah, that's the last card I'm doing because I'm like really tired. But oh, excuse me. Oh look, my bad. On the back it says "Children of the Mallet." Synchronicity, sudden appearance, irreplaceable moments. So whatever you're running from is already within you. Like it's almost like you're running away from something, but then you're gonna meet it literally in front of you eventually. So, or it's already doing that. The more you run, the closer it gets, or something like that. So it's like with you flowing, um, with you getting into a state of flow and not resisting something, then it's not being pushed towards you either. Like you're not because you attract things the more you focus on it. Like if you're focused on avoiding something, then you're attracting this whole situation to begin with. So if you just focus on something completely different, you wouldn't even have it in your universe, your world, you know? Um, so yeah, I'm getting that like that has a lot to do with you also shape shifting or becoming this different version of yourself or a version of yourself that you never even met before is what I'm getting. Like you might not even recognize yourself in the mirror right now during these times because you're going through a huge awakening, a rebirth. Your past, like this is like a crossroads energy where like your past is now dying, but like you remember your past and like some of you may still feel attached, and like right now you're grieving. That's what I was talking about in the last live before it cut off, I think. And I was saying like you may be um emotionally unstable during these times because you're grieving your old life or just everything you used to remember, everything you used to be. And now you realize your potential. So it's kind of emotional how much your life can change from what it was or what it is now. And so you guys are very emotional during this time, not only because of that, but because some of you are afraid of all of this anyway. Like you don't understand why all of this is happening now, or um, yeah, there's like a lot of different thoughts there. That's what I'm getting. Like you don't understand like why couldn't this happen earlier? What's going on now that this happened? Or like you're kind of questioning things. I'm getting to not question God, like really trust that everything's happening in divine timing. Um, you got here because of those things. Like there's no way that you could have gotten to this point without that. So it was part of the journey, the road. Like those are literally like you were putting on different hats, different shoes, different name tags or whatever. Like I don't know how else to explain that. Like you were literally having to become different people so that you can become who you are today. Like you had to practice, and like not only that, you're still becoming. You're always becoming. You're not done. And so that's what I'm getting with these cats right here. Like um you're working your way into something. They're doing yoga. I'm getting that like you are flowing. Wow, like you really are flowing. And God is so proud of you right now because like even though you may be confused, you're still going, and like you're still making the right choices for yourself. Even though you may not feel like it, you may feel very uncomfortable or unsure of how things are going because maybe the results haven't come in yet. But I'm getting that this is confirmation that everything that you're doing right now is like sacred. Like you are meant to be thinking those thoughts and um, talking to those people, or like everything that's happening, every decision that you make is divine. Okay, so if you really start to see it that way, you will remain in the flow state and your life will remain peaceful. But if you start to question and like beat yourself up for saying certain things a certain way, or like even like let's say you had a conversation with somebody, maybe I shouldn't have talked to them in the first place. Like I'm getting this, like you beat yourself up about little decisions that you make because of maybe they're uncomfortable, like not the consequences, but you know what I'm saying. Like when you do something, there's always an effect, but it doesn't mean that you did the wrong thing just because it's not the effect that you would like here. Sometimes it just is what it is, and then you just keep moving, and eventually you find something that just resolves all that. Like you're not even worried about those things because it's really like not important anyway. You know what I mean? Um, how people see you and maybe what they said a certain day with how you responded. It's not that serious. Um, it's the big picture that matters. Okay. So, and remember when I said like the big picture can seem really boring or like have no depth when you're not paying attention to the details or you're not having gratitude for the little things. So yes, the big picture is important, but when you just focus on that, sometimes it can look very incomplete because the details is what create the big picture. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I will be back soon. I appreciate you for tuning in. Okay, hit the thumbs up button for me, subscribe, or another card wants to come out. Mindfulness, renewal, and purification. Y'all, this is literally that flow energy, that water, like something's being cleansed and rebirthed. Okay, like I was saying, you're in a crossroads, and you may be looking at your past and looking at your future and not knowing what to take with you and all this stuff. I'm getting to just let go because everything that's meant to be with you is going to just follow like magic. It's just going to follow anyway. So don't even try to drag anything with you. Just be, just exist. Okay, but I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is 4 a.m. Okay, and I feel like that's symbolic to number 4. But much love. See y'all in the next week.